Grand Rising, Kingdom greetings, Great Awakening. Welcome, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Transitioning Table, where we are all transitioning from one thing or the other, whether it's in our spirituality, whether it's in our personal lives, whether it's in job, whether it's in where we're living, but we are all in the midst of transitioning or transition. So, welcome to the transitioning table where we are inspired to share whatever is happening in our community, in our lives, or just share whatever spiritual downloads you may have. And so today, I want to share with you, as you see the topic, talk about the seed. And the seed was something was downloaded me during my time of meditation. And so as I was meditating on it for the past, I think it's a week and a half, almost 2 weeks of meditating on the seed and stuff like that. And what does the seed represent, what the seed is, and all about the seed and the function. It was just so much, and it's so amazing. And I feel like I should come and share with you, my sisters and brothers, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, whatever name you choose to call yourself, first and foremost, or acknowledge that you are. Yeah. So I wanna share the download that I got about the seed and who we are as seeds. Oh goodness. Even as I'm talking to you, plenty of people are talking about chosen one and star seed and yeah, wow, all of those stuff they're talking about at this time. All the stuff is going on at this time. And so, what do I have to say about it? What's being given to me about who we are, whose we are, what we're doing in this journey, and about us being seeds at this very potent moment in time. So I'm just a little bit distracted. I want to do something. I'm sharing. Yeah. So I'm just a little bit. Yeah. Just want to share. And so the seed. Us know the story about the sower and the seed, and how this man sowed seeds, and some seeds fell on this ground, some seed fell on the next ground, some seed fell on the other ground, and stuff like that. And we could take it literal in terms of seeds falling on various grounds. If you're a farmer and you understand farming and stuff like that, you don't ever want seeds to fall on rocky grounds or fall among thorns and all this different stuff. You would always want your seeds to fall on the good ground that would nurture the seed that the seed would be able to grow. I won't say fall, but you want to plant more so than just soil, than fall. You want to plant. And so I could take that for us being planted in various regions, various countries, various nations. And so once the seed is in the ground, and especially a fertile ground that it can get all the nutrients that it needs from that ground, and then the added nutrients that we give it in terms of the fertilizers and the water and all that good stuff that we give to the seed, eventually that seed will spring forth and bring forth, first and foremost, its buds or its tree, and then it'll bring forth fruit over time, depending on what type of seed it is, right? But it will bring forth whatever is inside that seed. That's the key. Whatever is in that seed is what's going to come out. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Only what's inside that seed, it's going to come out. And so everything you will ever be is already in you. You are a seed that everything that you would ever be, you want to be, you desire to be, it's already in you. Let me say this, and this was another download I got. When you think about seeds, seeds don't have a desire. Seed just become whatever it is. And so they tell us whatsoever our hearts desire. Wanting. Everything is already inside of us. We are lacking nothing. Nothing missing, nothing lacking inside of us. Everything. The root, watch this. When you look at that seed and you put that in the ground and it starts to grow, the root is already in the seed. The bark of the tree is already in the seed. The leaves are already in the seed. The branches are already in the seed. The fruits that will come forth out of that tree, out of that seed, was already in the seed. There was nothing that farmer needed to cut the seed open and put inside the seed for it to bring forth. Everything that the seed needed to become was already in it. And so that's us. Everything that we need is already in us. It's already in us. We don't need no added anything. But because we've been trained, cultivated, programmed to look outside of ourselves for whatever it is we need, we miss what's already inside of us. Even though the same scriptures they give us tell us that the kingdom is within. Even though they tell us that we are the temple of the Holy Ghost or we are the temple of the Most High, they still teach us to look elsewhere. I look unto the hills from whence cometh my help. Look to this person, look to the pastor, look to the prophet, look to the pastor. I got to look to somebody to go lay hands on you, pray for you, and all these different things. Look for your Savior. Could it be that the Savior you were looking for, you are? But because you've already been trained to look outside of yourself, you don't understand who you are. And because you don't understand who you are, what you doing? You're looking someplace else. For what? For who you are already. It's a sad thing because I believe that we've been equipped and we've been trained too long to look elsewhere for everything that we already have inside of us. The other thing that I understand is nothing is missing, nothing is lacking inside of us. When you look inside the seed, excuse me, I'm growing some fruits and stuff like that right now, right? I'm practicing, learning how to, I'm getting a, what you call it, green thumb. And all I did was put one seed in the ground. And a little shoot came up. And then after the little shoot came up, it started to grow like a vine and making its way wherever it could grow. And then when I look, I see a little ball, little flowers came on it, little flowers blossom on it. None of these things I put inside the seed. All of these things, the process is coming out of that seed that was planted in the ground. And now I see a little fruit that is on the tree. No. All of that, the roots, the vine, the blossom of the flower, the fruit, all came with that seed that was planted. And so when we look at ourselves, we tend to look at ourselves as if we miss something, we short something, we need to go someplace else to get something to become the best else that we need. We need approval from this person, somebody else's opinion of who we are, what we could do, who we can be, what we can accomplish. That's not true. Everything that you are is already in you. Everything that you would ever be is already in you. Everything that you want to become, it is already in you. Only thing I had to do with that seed was plant it in good soil, put some nutrition inside of it, and water it. Put it out in the sun, put it in a nice cool area that it gets the elements that it needs. All a lot of us need to do is get in the right environment, get in the right soil that is conducive for us, get in the right space that is conducive for us to come forth, to become. And all of that comes with our being conscious. Remember, I talked about consciousness. That wasn't last week, week before. How conscious are we of ourselves, of who we are? How conscious of us are we in the environment that we're in? How conscious are we in terms of who is speaking into our life? How conscious are we in terms of what we're listening to? The programming that is going on around us. The seed had to be in the right conducive environment to spring forth and to come forth. Think about us when our mother and father came together. They say, and that seed meet that egg and penetrate, and everything that you, oh my goodness. They didn't have to cut you open and put eyes in your head. They didn't have to cut you open and put a mouth there, or put teeth in your mouth, or give you ears. To cut you open, or stitch fingers onto your hand, or stitch your hand onto your body, or cut you open and put voice of you. They didn't have to cut you open to put a heart inside of you, put lungs or kidneys, or put your veins, or put blood inside of you. Everything that you are was already in you when that seed hit that egg and it started to multiply and become you. When you came out of your mother's womb, you came out with everything, your brain, and you came out with everything inside of you. So don't believe or think or make somebody believe that only somebody else is a chosen seed or a star seed or this chosen person or they have the most favor. You are here. The mere fact that you are here, everything that you are, you would ever, it's already inside of you. You ain't missing nothing, and nothing is lacking inside of you. I know this may not be what you want to hear. You need to know, okay, what's going on in the Congo and what's happening with Trump in America and what's happening with Kenya, and now that Donald Trump withdraw the funding for the Kenyan soldiers that are in Haiti, and what's happening in the Bahamas, and what's going to happen in America, and the volcanoes and the falling of the Statue of Liberty, and the fires in California. You have enough people talking about those things. That's not my job. If it was given to me, I would do it, but it was not given to me. My job is to make you conscious of who you are. My job is to talk about the seed that you are. I can elaborate on those things. Yes, it looked like Trump making a mess of everything, but you have to pay attention. You cannot pay attention to the media, because the media are going to give you all the sensation that they want to give you all. Who own the media and why they broadcasting and doing the things that they're saying? If a donkey, according to the scripture they gave us, they tell us if a donkey could talk to the prophet, Why you can't use Trump? What's happening in Congo is unfair. But do we understand the root of the problem that is there? Why are they saying that this military group is the one who doing all this stuff? Who's funding them to keep them with ammunition? Who is taking the money from them and giving them the ammunition? I could talk about those things, but I need to talk to you about you so you could come into alignment with you. So you could come more alive. So you could become more conscious of who you are. Or you will continue to look outside of yourself for what is already inside of you. You will continue to look at everywhere else. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's there. Maybe it's there. Running all over the place. Looking for what is already inside of you. You have the power to decree a thing. You have the power to say, peace be still. You have the power to control your environment, to subdue, to replenish, to have dominion. It's already inside of you. You don't have to look elsewhere for this to happen, but you have to believe, you have to know that that's who you are. You have to know the power that working inside of you. You have to know. So when you look at being a seed planted in soil, okay, the physical seed that we get fruits and stuff from is planted in soil. But us as a seed is planted in the earth, on this earth. The seed need light, which is the sun. We are the light. Because our heart is fire, is light. The seed need water, which is the rain. We need water. Sometimes that our tears, is water. We are made up of 75% or 80% water. The wind, the seed need that gentle breeze, coolness, wind, air, the breath that we breathe, the air in our lungs. You see? So everything that a seed needs physically to grow in this natural world, we are already. We are earth, our skin. We are sun, fire, our heart that sparks off fire. We are rain, or we are water. Our tears, our bodies are made up of 90% or 80% water, our blood, air, the breath in our lungs. So everything that you need, everything you need to become, you are already. Let me repeat this one more time. Until you, me, we become conscious of who we are, we will continue to look outside of ourselves for what is already inside of us. We are that seed that is planted. Where are you planted? What nation? What region? What country? What community? What job? What business? Where are you planted? And are you the change? Could you be the change? Why are you not acknowledging you are the change that you need to see? To be the change. You are the change. Everything that you are looking for is already inside of you. That multimillionaire, that healer, that deliverer, that waymaker, that miracle worker, that voice that cried in the wilderness, that agent of change, that influencer, everything you are already. It's already in you. It's already in you. And so I came to encourage you. Know who you are. Know who you are and operate in it. Don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to do. Don't be afraid to transition. Don't be afraid. Don't let what's happening in the world. Oh, all of a sudden now they commercializing, and like I said, they commercializing how many planes crashed in the last month. But how many thousands of planes have landed safely? Thousands of planes landed safely. You could do your research and find out how many planes take off and land in Atlanta, how many planes take off and land in Texas, how many planes take off and land in Florida, how many planes take off and land in London, here in Kenya, daily with no crashes. But you're allowing them to put fear in you because of a few planes that they advertise and they keep it in front of your face, counting, oh, we had 5 planes crashed. But you had more than 1,000 planes that land safely and got people to their destination. Not being unsensitive to those who have lost their lives. Or let me say lost their life, who've transitioned from this life to the next life. Because we say lost their life, but we don't die. If we honestly believe that we don't die, we just transition from life to life, where's this fear coming from? Why do they need our fear? Why? They need our fear so they can continue to exist. They need our fear so they can continue with their agenda. So they can manipulate it. You can keep on regurgitating. Oh, this is a part of their agenda. Da, 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 da. That's so what we do. We're giving power to by our words, because life and death is in the power of our tongue. When we decree a thing, it is established. The spirit world don't know a joke. It don't know you just talking something unjust. When you're saying, look at this happening and this happening, you are giving credence to it. You're giving power to it. That's why I try to tell you what's inside of you. If you really understand, understand what's inside of you, you will be careful of the words that will come out of your mouth. You will be careful of what you come into agreement with. You will be careful of what you regurgitate and you repeat. Because once you said it, it becomes established. We talk about, quote unquote, the Simpsons and their predictable programming. Oh, the Simpsons done it again. They prophesy or they show predictable programming. You have the power to do predictable programming too. How many of us said, oh, when I get 45, I can retire. Oh, when I get 25, I will be married and have 1 or 2 children. Predictable programming, scripting, they call it. Declaring something, speaking something. All of this is inside of you. I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to have children. I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to travel. All of this is power we have in our mode, in us, that we were born with. But we don't. If we truly understand who we are, if we truly grab a hold of the power that we have, we were born with everything that is inside of us. Peace, God. You know? Everything is inside of. We have so much power inside of us. It's unbelievable. But we allow the outer forces, the outer deities, the outer beings, because all of us are beings. We are human beings. There are other beings. We allow other beings to dictate to us who we are, what we could do, what we can accomplish. You only could only go this far and no more. You are a seed, and you even need a seed no more. You done a whole tree. You don't blossom, you don't bloom, you don't grow, you don't even reproduce after your kind, you don't have children. You are a creator. Creating, you have dominion, power, authority. Wake up, become conscious of who you are. This is a clarion cry. Stop allowing them to predictable program you. Stop allowing them to hold you in the psychosis. Stop allowing them to cause you to regurgitate their lies and their agenda. Every time you repeat what they say, you fortifying, you reinforcing their agenda. That's what you do every time you regurgitate what they say. You are reinforcing their agenda. But when you start counterattacking, oh no, that ain't gonna happen. No, that's not my portion. That's not my, and it's not saying you living with your head stuck in the sun like an ostrich or stuck in the sky like, no, it is about using your power to tear down their matrix. Using your power to create the world you want, the environment you want, the community you want, the family you want. That's the kind of power you have. But you're not using it because you're so used to, we've been so under psychosis, whether it was the Christianity, whether it was Muslim, whether it was, what you call that next thing? Hebrew Israelite, whether it was Hindu, whether it was New Age, whatever it was, you're so used to people telling you, you have to wait for instructions. Does a seed wait for instructions when to come out of the ground? Does the seed wait for instructions and say, okay, I got to wait till they tell me to bear fruit? Does a tree wait until somebody else tell it to grow? We are the only beings that look outside of ourselves, waiting for someone else to say, go left, go right, left, right, left, right, left. Get up, go sleep. This time, eat this, don't eat this. Drink this, don't drink this. Go there, don't go there. We are the only beings. The only beings look outside of ourselves for power. We never take a time and go inside. Never want to go inside. That's the truth. People are too content with the matrix. They're too content. You know, like it's like what you call it? On a hamster wheel, just running around in circle, running around in circle. Wake up, become conscious of who you are. The power that's in everything. Like a seed, everything is in you that you need to succeed, to survive, to thrive in this environment. You did not come in here half stepping. You didn't come inside here having to find things. They make us to believe we got to chase our higher self. We are our higher self at every given moment, every time, every second. Once we acknowledge who we are evolving continuously every day we live. We are waking up to our highest self for that day. Because this is a journey that we are on. They make us to believe that our highest self is to come. It's something we have to, oh goodness, I'm glad I'm saying it. They make us to believe that our highest self is something we have to obtain. That's what they teach us through scriptures. We always obtain it. My goodness gracious, this matrix is a mess. But if you ain't awake and conscious, You can keep on running around in circles, keep on chasing after. When you could just decree a thing, you could think about it. Okay, this is in me. I born to be a. Okay, let me use some people for example. Can I use the royal family for example? YouTube. This is just a teaching and education purpose. This is not, you know. But when Harry and William born, did they have to wonder if they were royalty? Did they question, am I royalty? Am I Prince Harry? Am I Prince William? Am I Princess Charlotte? They didn't have to worry about they born and it just is. And they grew up in that, and they were taught in that manner. They think in that manner. But us, because they push us inside church and tell us to be born in sin and shaped in iniquity. You think Prince Charles think they was born in sin and shaped in iniquity? You think some of these Mzungus, these Caucasian people, you think they was born in sin and shaped in iniquity? You think the gates of hell them and they think they was born in sin and shaped in iniquity? But that's what they teach us. That's what they teach us. Because when you look at how these people live, these people don't live with regret to what they doing to nobody. I'm not saying that what they're doing is right. I'm not giving credence to it. But I'm saying is they understand the power that they have and they're exercising it, whether it's for good or for evil, as we call it. What are we exercising our power with? Tearing down one another, talking about one another. Who he think he is, who she thinks she is. She shouldn't be speaking to us without her head wrapped. I ain't listening to no woman teaching. And then you miss the whole process, the whole purpose of what is coming out of that woman's mouth. Don't understand. It's because of a woman's uterus. Because of a woman portal. We are here. Do we understand? Do we understand? Do we comprehend the power of a womb? How conscious are we? I don't know. I don't think we're really, a lot of us are conscious. So I just wanted to share that today. I really do. I don't know, I'm going down all these different roads. But until we become conscious of who we are, we will continue to look outside of ourselves for what is already inside of us. Everything we will ever become already inside of us. Nothing missing, nothing lacking. It's just what we do. How do we come to the fullness of who we are? And a lot of us are afraid to sit alone and sit in silence. A lot of us don't know how to meditate, just concentrate, just be silent and hear ourselves speak. Because we are continuously speaking. But are we paying attention? Because we are our highest self every day we wake up and we move. Our highest self is not outside of ourselves trying to get to something. Our highest self is our consciousness of who we are and walking in it. Our Christ consciousness is knowing that we are one with the divine creator. We are expression of him, experiencing this world, experiencing this life. We say it, the scripture says it. Don't, she's saying I'm good. Hey, it says what? We are spiritual beings having a human experience. When this carcass gives still, we still continue on. We don't die. We continue on. We go from life to life, eternity. It was not meant for us to die, but because of all the experiments and the genetic splitting and all the things that we're doing, and these things didn't just start in 1968 and stuff like this. These things started all the way back in the 1800s, 1700s. They've been splicing and dicing, mixing genes, cloning. This is just start. We just becoming more conscious and alert and aware of the things that they've been doing. So what do? How do you evolve to your highest self? Pay attention to yourself. How do you become more Christ conscious? Pay attention to yourself. Sit with yourself. Sit in silence. Meditate. Learn how to breathe. There's a lot of things on YouTube to teach you how to breathe, how to meditate. Let's not take the ways of the heathen and demonize everything, so we don't become conscious of our highest self and who we are. That everything that we are, our highest self is to know that everything that we are already. I think that's, if I don't leave anything else, being a seed, consciousness is knowing that everything that you will ever become, you are becoming, and you are, because it's already inside of you. It's nothing outside of you going to make you any better than who you are. Change your mind, change your situation. That's the best how I can say it. Once you change your mind and the way you think and the way you see yourself, you will change your situation. If you want to stop paying attention to what the Mzungu doing and what the Hebrew Israelite doing and what the Christians doing, what the Muslims doing, what the Hindu doing, and you start paying attention to what you need to do to become the best version of yourself every day. Show up every day for you, first and foremost. And if you have a husband and a wife and children, then you show up for them. But you must first show up for you. Be authentically you. I think that's the best I can say at this time and in this moment. And that's what I wanted to share with you. So the seed, you are the seed that was planted. Let me say it like this. I can break this down right here now. When they say the seed, you, me, we are the seed that was planted in whatever nation that you're in. If you're in America, you're the seed that was planted there. I'm in Kenya, I'm the seed that was planted here. If you're in the Bahamas, you're the seed that was planted there. If you're in Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, Tanzania, Kenya, wherever you are in this world listening to this broadcast, you are the seed that was planted in that place. Flourish, grow, bear fruit. Take dominion. Occupy. Be the best you present. Not yesterday, because yesterday is gone. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow is not here as yet. Because when tomorrow comes, tomorrow will become today. So today, live in today. Live in the present moment right now. I'm not saying don't plan for tomorrow, but I'm saying also live in the moment, live in the right now. What do you need to do right now? Where you need to go right now? How do you address yourself right now? How do you see yourself right now? And that there, my friend, my sisters, my brothers, gods, goddesses, kings, queens, however you choose, madam, sir, however you choose to be addressed. Know thyself and be the best version of you that you can be. You are the seed that was planted. You are the seed that was planted, and be the best version of you. An apple cannot be an orange cannot be a banana cannot be a pineapple cannot be a watermelon, and a watermelon cannot be a grapefruit. I don't even care how they cry to crossbreed them. You create something totally different when you crossbreed it. That's why they got this thing called trans. That's a whole nother story, but any which way, I don't want to go there. So when you try to make an apple or orange, it ain't be. You make something totally different, something totally new. Think about your children. Those of us who have children, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend come together, they plant the seed. That ain't him and that ain't her. Now you create something new. Ah! Now your child is something new. It's an extension of you. It is the father and the mother in that child. But it's not the father, neither it's the mother. Now it's that child who is something new, another seed now, an offspring to produce again after its kind. Anyway, I love you all. I thank the Most High for each and every one of you. EIE is always good to see you, have you with us. Thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. I appreciate each and every one of you that are watching and that will watch later on. I trust that something that I've said would trigger or encourage or enlighten or stir up something inside of you to understand, to understand, and to overstand that you are the seed that is planted wherever you are to be the change that is needed for that region, for that nation, for that community, for that family, for that job. You are the seed. And everything that you need is already inside of you. Much love, family. Let us continue on this journey between time. Take care of yourself. Much love, family. Peace and love and blessings.